I warned you to avoid causing trouble. Quit interfering with others' time by performing pointless things. Why don't you start performing your duties in the sales department correctly before you go lecturing people from other departments? We find it obnoxious when you pretend like you're the new guy all the time. I refrained from expressing my feelings to my supervisor, who appeared clearly irritated. And then, what do you know? I have no problem terminating you. As if it were a smart idea, she said, "It doesn't matter whether you're here or not." I thought I was at my breaking point. Andrew is my name. I worked at a food processing company after I graduated from college. When my father became ill, I went back to my hometown. Fortunately, he is no longer in the hospital. But following his health problem, my dad was uncomfortable leaving my mom alone herself at home. "Andrew, would you consider coming back here?" He asked me during a visit while he was in the hospital. I therefore quit my work and accepted a position at a nearby baby supply store. Although it was difficult to find a solid position for a mid-career hiring, I would have chosen a job that utilized my prior work expertise. I therefore accepted a position with this growing company. However, there were undoubtedly difficulties involved with switching to a different industry. How many times is this, Andrew? The third time. I guess it's the fifth. When are you going to remember? The section manager is the woman who is showing me the documents, her expression displaying complete disbelief. At your prior job, you used computers, right? Why are you unable to recall? Simply put, the formats are different. No justifications. Go ahead and do it. This file is located right here. She yelled, "Yes, I have more important things to do than watch you." She kept helping, but I felt sad for her because I was having trouble with unfamiliar paperwork. I worked in the quality control department on site at my prior employment, so I rarely had to create paperwork and didn't handle many of them. To be honest, I'm clueless when they ask me to prepare a document, even though my college qualification helped me gain a job in sales administration at my current employer. It was suddenly catching up to me after I had been cruising by on templates alone. Man, maybe sales just isn't for me. It let me understand how ideal my previous position was for me. In addition, I had a girlfriend at the time. At the same company, she worked diligently at the office and frequently took over for me. However, I ended up ending our relationship because I lacked the confidence to ask her, a city girl, to come to the country with me. I miss the lunches she used to pack for me, especially since I'm a bit picky with food. All the women I've dated before didn't like cooking for me, but she always struggled and made meals for me. I didn't want to inconvenience her, a woman who wholeheartedly devoted herself to me. Despite being the one to end things, I still have feelings for her. I returned to my hometown after we split up, but things haven't been great. I contemplate quitting my job almost daily, but since I haven't been at this company for long, it might impact my job hunting prospects. So, for now, I'm just observing how things go. It's pretty much an escape from reality. While I'm discontented with my current situation and anxious about the future, I can't take the next step forward. One day, someone from the planning department brought up a collaboration project with a major food company. Our company is fairly large in the baby product business, and our mascot character is quite popular among customers. While we do well with apparel and toys, our own food brand wasn't selling too well. They wanted to put more focus on the food division, and this idea came up to stimulate interest and generate buzz. From the looks of my colleagues, it seemed the other company wasn't too enthusiastic about the collaboration. After many meetings, we finally found a company willing to partner with us. A meeting was scheduled at our office with their sales representative and our manager. This is a busy day, so don't cause any problems. No unnecessary questions either. My manager warned me in the morning. After finishing some tasks, I headed to the vending machines. On my way, I bumped into a representative from the other company coming out of the conference room. "You're Andrew, right?" Don't you remember? We worked together before." "Oh, Tony." "Jess, I didn't expect to see you here. Did you leave your previous job? Are you now at the food division here?" He bombarded me with questions. "No, I'm currently in sales," I replied. Oh, Tony mumbled almost to himself. That explains it. That explains it. What's that supposed to mean? I was about to ask him when my cell phone rang. It was a call from my manager. Sorry. Please, go on without minding me. I'll visit again, said Tony, and he left while my phone continued to ring. I answered it. The first thing I heard was, "You're late. Where are you?" "At the vending." "Come back right now," my manager said, abruptly ending the call. I returned to my department to see a flurry of activity. One of my colleagues who had been in a meeting told me, the sample we presented as a product image wasn't well received by the client. We need a new one by the week after next. Our department and planning are all hands on deck for overtime. You're free, right? The manager added, "Let Andrew handle the menial tasks." She handed me some documents to copy and went back to her tasks. Menial tasks, huh? Looking around, while the feedback seemed negative, everyone had a determined spirit, thinking we still had a chance next time. I felt isolated from the group. I may be a burden, but I want to help in some way. That's what I thought, so I pulled out a notebook where I'd written some half-finished notes and decided to continue writing in it. It was a small thing, but consistency appeared to be key. By reviewing repeatedly, I reduced my mistakes. When I finally had some free time, Mike from the planning department gave me some leftover baby food samples. "I'm confident about this one," he said, and I eagerly tasted the carrot puree. Instantly, I blurted out, "This is awful." Unintentionally, I continued, "Well, it's baby food. It's not supposed to taste that great to adults," someone chuckled. "No, this is really not good. It's bitter, and although I can taste the carrot, the broth flavor is overpowering. It's not that different from homemade, so why would parents buy this to feed their kids?" I pointed out. While I was just trying to be honest, it seemed that I had overstepped, given I wasn't directly involved in the project. "But Andrew, you worked in a food company before, right? You've never dealt with baby food, though." "Not sure your input is really needed here," they retorted. I was about to respond when my manager, who seemed to have overheard the conversation, stopped me. She later told me, "I thought I asked you not to cause any trouble. Maybe you don't get it since you joined mid-career, but this is a crucial time for the company. Stop meddling and disrupting everyone's flow. Before you go lecturing people from other departments, do your job in sales properly. It's problematic if you keep acting like a newbie. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you were let go. It wouldn't make a difference with or without you." Frustrated by her blatant statement, I felt I had reached my limit. "Understood. It was a short time, but thank you," I replied, bowing to my manager and going back to my desk to finish up. Even though my contribution might not have seemed significant, the notebook I had been diligently jotting work procedures in felt pointless now. I ripped it up and left the company. On my way home, I called someone. "Hey, it's me." A few days after being fired, I received a call from my manager on my cell phone. What does she want now? I thought, feeling annoyed. I considered ignoring it, but the person I was with encouraged me to answer. Hello, Andrew. Can you talk right now?" My manager's voice lacked its usual energy. Assuming we wouldn't have much to chat about, I replied, "Sure, go ahead, thanks. I'm sorry for what I said the other day. We didn't know you well enough, and both Mike and I shouldn't have said those things. We were just in a meeting with a client and the planning team. They had apparently presented the carrot paste I had severely criticized as a sample in the meeting. Then Tony said something very similar to what I had mentioned. Do you genuinely think this tastes good? It has a strong bitter taste, and the broth flavor overpowers the carrot. No matter how good the ingredients are, you can't expect repeat customers. This is a joint business app after all. We need you to think of a product that will sell more. And there's a guy named Andrew in sales you should consider involving. He used to work for our rival company and was in their quality control department. He's what's called a super taster, someone with more taste buds than average. He's not only gifted in taste, but can also accurately recall and compare flavors. I strongly suggest involving him in this project. They decided to continue the meeting next time with me in attendance. Apparently, it wasn't the right mood to say, "Andrew was just fired a few days ago." My manager continued, "Please, please come back. Without you, they won't agree to the main contract. You know our sales projection for this project, right? Food and merchandise combined, it's $5 million. The CEO even said if this project fails, we withdraw from baby food production. So please." Ignoring her plea, I responded, "I told you it's none of my business anymore since I've been fired. I wanted to thank you, manager, for giving me the chance to step away from such a narrow-minded workplace where we couldn't even exchange opinions between departments. Thanks to you, I've come to terms with my feelings. Good luck with the project." I hung up while she was still talking on the other end. "Is everything okay now?" Megan asked while driving. The day I was fired, on an impulse, I had called my ex-girlfriend, Megan. I had reached my limit and just wanted to hear her voice in that moment. The word patience did not exist in my vocabulary. "Andrew," hearing Megan's voice for the first time in months, I felt deflated. "Megan, I'm going to ask you something really selfish. Please, let's get back together." After a long silence, she responded, "If you let me slap you twice, counting the one from when we broke up, then sure." Thanks to that, my face was swollen today. Looking at my reflection in the car mirror, I asked, "Do you think it's okay to greet people with this face?" Just as the car stopped at a red light, she said, "Considering it's our old place, you look so handsome that they might even feel sympathetic. It's just perfect." Megan, pouting like a child, has always been my savior, forgiving me no matter how much I hurt her. Apparently, word got out that Andrew was fired. Megan had told my previous company, and the HR manager contacted me right away, asking, "Would you like to come back?" My replacement hadn't been decided yet, and the remaining team was struggling, torn between decisions. My mother said, "It's nice to know your dad and you are happy, but it's important to do what you love. I hope you do what you won't regret." With her words, I decided to rejoin. Still, I feel uneasy about living away from my parents, so I think I'll consult with them when buying a house. I need to earn a lot for that. Welcome back. Isn't it too soon? My colleague Ken joked, but I, donning my pristine work uniform, felt it fit perfectly and replied, "No, I think I realized it too late." That previous project did end up getting canceled, and the company withdrew from baby food production. Meanwhile, my company ventured into baby food production. I attended the product development meetings as a representative of the quality control department. The environment in which opinions can be exchanged regardless of faction is a meaningful one. The products that have been launched have been well received by consumers and are selling well, and there is already talk of increasing the variety of flavors and forms to suit different uses, such as travel-sized products. Watching children enjoy the food, I feel fulfilled. There are many foods I don't like, but I want everyone to taste something even I find delicious. Just realizing this made those few months' experiences invaluable to me.